Most of us procrastinate and we feel guilty about it and criticize ourselves for it. And yet, we still do it. Why? Because of at least 3 factors: the absence of good habits, poor discipline, intolerance for particular emotions like anxiety and fear, and our own flawed thinking patterns. Procrastination is the act of delaying something you're supposed to do until the last minute because you don't want to do it. It means that you're voluntarily delaying your work and doing something unimportant just because you're not willing to complete the task right away. Procrastination isn't actually a weakness. It's just an excuse we use to avoid doing things that we don't want to do. It happens when our minds start thinking about all the reasons why we shouldn't be doing something instead of focusing on the benefits of doing it. The awful truth is that nobody is 100% immune to procrastination. Even the most productive types tend to put things off once in a while. But some of us are chronic procrastinators. If you're a chronic procrastinator, you're familiar with the pain and stress that goes hand in hand with leaving things to the last minute. Even if you want to accomplish or finish a task, you're likely having trouble getting started in the first place. There are several strategies that can help you to stop procrastinating right now. If you're watching this video, you're probably struggling with procrastination or trying to help someone who is. You have probably also tried to overcome procrastination before and found it hard to do so. This video is a defensive guide on how to stop procrastinating, which will help you finally solve this problem by these 10 strategies.
Number 1. Finish your day before it starts. The best decision you can make to avoid procrastination is to plan your days in advance, rather than frantically figuring out what you will do on any given day. A better way to approach your day would be to take a few minutes at the end of each day to quickly map out the following day. For example, every night before bed, I write down and make plans for the next day, which include your one big thing (OBT) that needs to get done that day. This could be a big task, a goal, or a project you need to make progress on. Your no matter what's NMWs. These are your non-negotiable daily habits: exercise, your nature walk or daily meditation, reading, 30 minutes minimum, math-related work, and time spent with the people you love. Number 2. Make a to-do list and keep it short. Making a to-do list will not only help you remember the stuff you need to do, it will also keep you accountable and compelled to finish the tasks you put on it. Here's how to create your bulletproof to-do for the day. Write down everything you need to do on a given day, ideally the day before. Stick to 3 to 5 most important tasks you can't afford to delay. Be precise. Specify the date, time, and people involved. Break big tasks into bite-sized chunks that are easier to complete. Now, it's time to decide what to do first. Prioritize your tasks by importance, urgency, and difficulty. This way, you'll know exactly where to focus your efforts. Ask yourself, how much time do I need to complete this task? Is it difficult or relatively easy? Do I need to work with other people to complete it? Number 3. Break your work into little steps. Part of the reason why we procrastinate is that subconsciously we find the work too overwhelming for us. Break it down into little parts, then focus on one part at a time. If you still procrastinate on the task after breaking it down, then break it down even further. Soon, your task will be so simple that you will be thinking, "Gee, this is so simple that I might as well just do it now." Number 4. Do the hardest tasks first. Make yourself a plan in the morning and pick the hardest task first. You will be most energized in the morning once you have eaten breakfast and woken up fully. Tackle the hardest thing on your docket right then. You will feel better once it's done, and then you can move on to a few easier tasks for the rest of the day. Figure out when you're most motivated and alert and plan out your day so you can use this time best. For example, if you're a morning person, do your toughest work right after you wake up. On the other hand, if you tend to be groggy in the morning, you risk making careless errors or frustration by going headfirst into a difficult task. Number 5. Reward yourself. Each time a task on the list is accomplished, be sure to reward yourself. A simple pat on the back or the satisfaction satisfaction of checking a task off your list should suffice. This will encourage you to keep up the good work and ultimately it will help things get accomplished. Number 6. Change your environment. Your work or study environment may not be helping with your procrastination. Different environments have different impacts on your productivity. Look at your work desk and your room. Do they make you want to work or do they make you want to snuggle and sleep? If it's the latter, you should look into changing your workspace. If you can't work in public places because of the constant movement and noise, then find a quiet place to sit down and focus. Pick a workspace that works for you. Make your space the best environment for limited distractions. Figure out where you'll be doing most of your work and make it a great study or workspace. It's especially important to have a dedicated space for work that's different from the one where you relax.
Number 7. Remove distractions. Distractions can easily derail your progress, whether it's having your phone next to you on your desk or having the TV on in the background. These distractions can add to your stress levels and increase procrastination. To avoid procrastinating and focus on what you have decided to focus on, try to remove every possible distraction from your work. Remove your phone from the space if you need to. If you can't focus on your work by keeping your phone with you, address that problem by keeping it in another room or by turning off. If you need to keep your phone on for family or work-related reasons, turn off all your notifications except for texts and calls.
Number 8. Set deadlines for each task. There are tasks that get done and there are those that are always in motion, slipping from one day to the next. Instead of checking them off, you keep postponing them with no end in sight. If you want to actually finish the tasks on your to-do list, you need to set clear deadlines for each. Putting boundaries on work and personal obligations makes you more likely to fulfill them. It also gives you something to look forward to, which is a strong motivation in itself. You can create a deadline in your planner by setting a specific date and time for each task. Number 9. Give yourself a break. Don't be too hard on yourself if you're having a tough time beating procrastination. Remember, we are human and we love to sit and stew in our own uncompleted mess of work sometimes. Just work hard to get out of it. In fact, taking a break helps with your productivity. When you're tired or have a low motivation, take a break. Don't be so hard on yourself about the timing of a task and then you won't try to escape through procrastination so hard in the future. Just reschedule and get back on track later or tomorrow. A break as short as 5 minutes is enough to keep your mind sharp. Use the Pomodoro technique. It's a great way to help you take breaks at set intervals. Simply identify a task or tasks that you need to complete. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Work on a task with no distractions. When the alarm sounds, take a 5 minutes break. After 4 Pomodoro, take a longer 20 to 30 minutes break and start again. Number 10. Forgive yourself. It can be easy to punish yourself for procrastinating. You may tell yourself that you're being lazy or unproductive. In reality, attacking yourself in this way only serves to make you feel more frustrated and anxious and doesn't add to productivity. The more stressed out you are, the harder it will be to get your work done. Don't be angry with yourself. Move on and focus on what you have got to do instead. By being mindful of the situation, you can develop self-compassion and forgiveness. Not only can being kind to yourself reduce procrastination itself, but it can also reduce some of the negative effects of procrastinating. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for the notifications. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments.